Hey guys, welcome back to the Huff and Hustle. I'm here with, well, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves, but I'm Nija. Welcome back to the Huff and Hustle.
Talisha TV.
And I'm Tyra Muffin.
Awesome. Okay, so we actually over the weekend went through a little bit of training pertaining to like creating our brands and stuff like that. And we got some really good information. We decided to share what we learned with each other, but also record it so that you guys can get value from it as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Tyra, do you want to go first? We can go like page by page, and I really want us to apply it to our own brand. So like I have my notebook out and I think they're taking notes too, and if anybody who's listening, you guys take notes too and just kind of plug in the information we give and make it pertain to your own brand.
Right, okay, that's fine. So my notes are kind of scattered, so just bear with me. But first, the conference I was at was with Zoom, and it was hosted by Miss Skittles and Candy Burris from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was one of the speakers. Also Rashida from Love and Hip Hop, B. Simone, Wildin' Out, and Irregular Jess and Janelle Stevens. I want to give all of them credit because they did an amazing job. So the first thing that I wrote down was show lifestyle content. So they said instead of like when you're trying to sell clothes, which is what I'm gonna have, a sexy clothing beauty boutique, they said don't have a like white background. They want to see the clothes in action. Like we don't want to see sell immediately, because we want to see how would I look in this outfit doing this. So that was one thing that I was like, whoa, because I put this background up specifically to take pictures on. So that's one thing that I had to like, I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll go back even one more step. And how about we start? I have a little bit of content about starting a personal brand and personal branding. So
Okay.
maybe, like if people understand what their brand is, then we can start talking about how to create content pertaining to their brand.
Right.
So okay, the first few things that I have, and the conference that I went to was called, what was it called again? Secure the Bag Summit. I don't have all the influencers' names because, to be honest, I just met them in the summit, but you can check out Secure the Bag Summit. I'm sure it's like a hashtag now, and also I can link the people in the description box after. But the first thing that we talked about in our session was creating your personal brand. And the first question that they said that you want to ask yourself is, what do you want your reputation to be? What do you want your reputation to be? And the reason why that's important, creating a niche or finding a niche or discovering your niche, is because you're going to be creating content aimlessly and you're not really going to be able to capture the audience that you're looking for. You're just going to get people, trickling in or passing by.
Yeah.
But going to stick with you or stay with you because they don't know what you're about. So the first question was, what do you want your reputation to be? So yeah, should we plug it in? I really want to plug it in. So I asked myself personally what I want my reputation to be, and I want to be known as a travel influencer. I want to be known as a style influencer. I want to be motivational, and I want to focus on self-improvement. So those are kind of 4 different niches, but I'm really trying to figure out how to roll it all into a ball. So I'll ask both of you guys, what do you want your reputation to be for your brand?
I think for me, I always want to be professional with personality. And it's just that simple for me, professional with personality, because I know how to do my job, how to get the job done. But at the same time, I don't want to be rigid. I want to let people know, who I am and what I do in a fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings personality into what you're doing, because that's really what's it about. It's not that we're doing things that are different. Like there are thousands of influencers out there, but the way that we make ourselves different is through our personality.
Mm-hmm.
Tyra? do you want?
Another thing, I'm sorry, because I didn't even explain what I do. Pretty much, my brand is I'm a real estate professional, and then also I manage Talisha TV, and so I'm kind of doing business.
You have multiple brands. That's
multiple brands.
I have multiple brands. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Multiple brands. I like that. Okay.
All right, Tyra, what do you want your reputation to be? And you can also tell us what you do as well, so people can make sense of it.
So, I'm a person that is outspoken, and I love being myself. So my brand that I'm making up is Sexy Clothing Boutique. So it's I like to feel good in my clothing. I like to wear sexy stuff. Maybe my body doesn't look the best, but it still makes me feel good. That's kind of the point of my clothes. So I just want to be seen as confident, really, and just like not letting people's opinions potentially hold me back.
Yeah.
And respected that, I can show my body at my own leisure, or, stuff like that. I don't mind.
And so now that we know what we want our reputation to be, we can begin creating content that kind of pushes that message or that highlights those attributes about ourselves. So I thought that was important to ask that question. The second thing that she said was, what are 2 words that describe your brand? So we can all give 2 words that describe our brand. We can take a second to think about it. But for me, I would say motivation and style. What about for you guys? If you could sum up your brand in 2 words.
Mine is maybe information, education, or information and fun, or either education and fun.
I would probably say like sexy and confidence.
Cool. Okay, cool. And I just I just think it's important so that whenever we create content, we can, kind of keep it in that niche because we know what we want our voice to be. So yeah, okay. Tyra, do you want to add in there? Did they give you any information about personal branding or starting up the brand, the very bare bones before you actually get to the creating the content part?
Yes. So one really good thing that Candy Burris said was in the very beginning when you're starting up your brand, there might be other people doing the same thing around you, but the difference between them and your brand is that you are the secret sauce to your own brand. So you're going to be the reason that your brand goes to the next level. So that was really important. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
I'm writing it down. You are the secret sauce.
I like that too, because sometimes I think when we look at other people, it's easy to compare yourself. And to me, when we look at other people, it should only be to expand our ideas and to enhance our business, but not necessarily to be in competition, because we do offer something different and their brand will offer something different. So I think
exactly. And just think about it. Look how many brands of bread there are.
Yeah.
Like so many for the same thing.
And it all tastes the same.
Yeah. They're all packaged differently, but in the end result, you get full,
And the packaging is important because even though we might all have the same message or we might all want the same thing, if somebody packages in all pink and girly and frilly, that's not everybody's cup of tea, even though we're talking about the same thing. Or if somebody's like punk rock, we're talking about the same thing, but there's different strokes for different folk. Your tribe will be attracted to you because you relate your own light or you shine your own light and they're attracted to that. So there's room for everybody. You just have to bring your own variation. I think that's a great message. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Here's the next note that I have. So there are different types of content that a brand can create. There are posts. There are stories. So if you're using Instagram, there's stories, and then there's also videos. So they're basically saying that depending on what your niche is, it's probably smart to incorporate at least 2, if not all 3 of the different variations of what your content could be. So they're basically saying that you can be creating photo content but also still be creating video content, or you can be creating story content and also be creating video content. So they're basically just saying to have a good variety of content, because maybe your audience, you know, video, but you're making pictures. So it's like the message isn't being conveyed through the avenue that you're making the content. So they just say know what your brand needs most. So Mama, you do real estate, so your brand would do really well with pictures and video, because people need to really be able to feel and experience those places. Tyra, you work with clothing and like image and how people look. So it'd really be valuable to you to have pictures and video, because people want to know how the clothing is moving and how it can make you feel and stuff like that. So I thought that was really interesting to have a good variety of content.
Yeah, and kind of expanding on that, Irregular Jess put up slideshows. She told us to take screenshots, and I kind of want to share with you guys what she said. She said to before you even start your business, or like right in the early stages, you need to have these questions answered. What are you selling? What type of products or service are you selling? Who are you targeting? What problem does this product or service solve? What is the customer demographic? Where do they
go slowly. I want to write down your question. So what are you selling?
What type of product or service are you selling?
Okay.
Who are you targeting?
Okay.
What problem does this product or service solve? What is the customer demographic? And it says like, where do they age, marital status, hobbies. And then it says about their disposable income amount. So how much you think they make a year, and how much you think they would be willing to spend on your website.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really, really good. What was the second question you asked after what are you selling?
Who are you targeting?
Okay. Is there one between that? I have what are you
selling? What type of product or service are you selling?
Okay, that product or service.
Thank you, baby.
I think that they added in what's their disposable income, because we're all, creating prices for products and services, but if your ideal demographic can't afford that, they're not going to buy your product. So that's really good. What's your disposable income? How much are they comfortably willing to not throw away, but invest in what you have to offer?
Right, exactly.
I guess in that way too, it's like a comparative analysis. Because I guess you don't want to price it too low where people don't think that your product is valuable, but at the same time, you don't want to go like your competition. You still want to offer like a fair price, but at the same time, you have to see that what you're pricing, your product is valuable.
Yeah.
Right.
Because people will spend on what they believe in,
Exactly.
They believe it's valuable.
And that's another thing. Sorry, the thought kind of left my head, but there was a really good point to that as well. Valerie Love on YouTube, she basically was saying that, again, if you price too low, people don't take things seriously until they have skin in the game or grit in the game. So it's like if you were doing if you were giving away a coaching opportunity and you price it at like $10, people will pay that $10 because it's not really hard for them to invest that. But when it comes time to show up, they might say, I have other things I'm doing. I'm going to blow this off because the investment wasn't great enough. So for people who are in the service industry or providing service to people, you, again, don't think that by pricing your product too low that you're going to get a bunch of people in the door, because the people who really care about what you have to offer are willing to give that investment because they know they're getting the results they're paying for. They're not paying for your time. They're paying for the results result that they think that you are going to give them by listening to you or being mentored by you.